And continuing at the Belgo building, we're at Pierre-François Ouellette Art Contemporain, where Jérôme Fortin is exhibiting with Continuum. Did I say those names right?
Yep.
Okay. Whew. It's all
Pierre-François Ouellette.
Because I'm based in Toronto right now. Let me tell you, those people can't speak French. They have no idea what they're doing as far as that. I look like I know what I'm doing, and that's pathetic, you know. But anyway, so we're here, and this is a fun installation.
Yeah, it is. Really
that's coming
fun.
up. Now, part of the fun, I really enjoy Art Listing Pro. Sometimes you walk in cold to a gallery, you really don't know any of the theory or background or the artist or anything. You're just presented with very sort of astounding imagery, and this is one of those cases. So we're just going to talk about this, but we didn't read anything. We don't know.
We don't know who Jérôme Fortin is.
Yeah.
I love I mean, what I said to Chris when I first walked in was like he's pretty obsessive, since he must have spent hours and hours sitting around taking these can lids and using a, what do you call that, Chris, in the old days? A
church
opener.
key. Church key?
A can opener.
Can opener,
key,
right.
And making incisions in each one. And then he's got piles and piles of them in these, these moving boxes, these file boxes.
Yep.
And it's sort of, it reminds me of like giant beer lids, beer caps.
Yeah.
And for me, what I really like about it, there's something really playful about it, as well as sort of obsessive and as well as formal. I love, there's something joyous that I like about it, about all these beer can lids, beer caps popping out of these boxes.
And a lot of contemporary art is the repetition and labor of representing a single object over and over again in some sort of pattern. Yeah. And this certainly fits that bill.
And,
for sure. There's an empathy from the obvious labor that is obvious that you can connect with your audience with, as opposed to something like some people have trouble with a very simple or seemingly simple color field painting or something, because it doesn't look like there was a lot of work. But this, even if they don't understand this, there is obviously a lot of labor, into this, when essentially one of these cans in a cardboard box could represent the same thing as this entire field. This installation is representing. So why is there so many? Well, it is an obsessive compulsive nature, and that's, I guess, an integral part of the piece. But this also reminds me of something like if I'm like stuck on a desert island after a shipwreck and a whole bunch of like crates float to the beach. I'm like, yes, supplies, I can survive. And I open them and they're all these things. Yeah, exactly. It seems like it would be kind of like the most useless object in the world.
It also reminds me of, like if you're like at a party, or I don't know, you're talking with a friend and you're drinking a beer and you maybe rip off the label and you start like playing with it. And just like his origami stuff, which we're going to get to, reminds me of like gum wrappers.
Yeah.
And he's taken like computer paper and stuff like that, but it's that sort of obsessive.
It's like shiny detritus.
It's like, monkeys like shiny.
Monkeys like shiny.
Yeah, I learned that from a designer in LA, David Snyder, funniest guy I ever met. And he'd always say, Mary Lynn, you gotta remember, when you're dressing your set, monkeys like shiny.
So this would obviously be very popular among the monkey population. However, these look, they're very sharp. Yeah. And I'm just wondering just how mangled his hands perhaps were after going through this process, because this looks like it's hand done. It doesn't look like it's machine.
Well, maybe Jérôme did it out of a loony bin.
Yeah, it's very possible. There is historical links between loony bins and artists. And this is such a dignified, quiet space,
Yeah, I love the fact that they've painted the walls gray, and there's carpeting on the floor, so it's really, really quiet.
It is really quiet.
Well, except for us, with our big mouths.
It's like the exhibition space of the future.
Yeah.
So
now he's got like cartoon characters. Whoops, sorry. He's got cartoon characters.
Stick your hand in.
He's got cartoon characters here. And then, like, this almost looks like old computer paper. And I don't know what, this looks like black construction paper, but they're beautiful. They're delicate. It looks like origami. They have a real Japanese feel to it. And even he's used Japanese
anime
bande dessinée, what do you
or,
call that in
mango or
Yeah, mango, yeah, mango.
It's not mango.
Which-
It's
But you know what I mean.
you kids at home, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you kids. We're oldsters.
Yeah. Bazooka Joe was the limited my comic book.
And then this almost looks like it could be out of a Yellow Pages from, I don't know if it's Japan, but, and then this is graph paper, which I love. I really like paper, so I'm really, really attracted to paper and graphics.
It's just
so
the constant
it beautiful.
manipulation of comic
Yeah,
information
that's right,
into
yeah.
an unfamiliar form.
Yeah.
Okay. And these are all varying variations of that same thing, just like the first installation we saw. So there's an empathy with the huge amount of labor. Now, for you critics at home, we're like, oh, I could do that. Well, yeah, then go ahead and do it, because I guarantee you,
You'll be up for the next 600 nights.
yeah, there's a very special ability to actually go and do something as opposed to sitting on your
Keister.
arse and complaining about it.
The other thing that I like about these, Chris, is that they almost remind me of like
Morse code? Okay.
Ba-doop.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is like
Yeah.
you feel like there is some sort of like.
And they also remind me of Braille because of the folding. It almost you almost want to go.
I just want, I definitely want to rub my back on these.
Yeah, except they put glass on all of them.
They
so
put
you
glass on
can't,
all of them,
which was
yeah.
probably a good idea because they knew that types like us would come along and want to rub our keisters on it.
All right. So
Good.
Pierre-François.
Jérôme Fortin.
That's his.
At Pierre-François Ouellette, Art Contemporain.
Thanks, my art dyslexia overtook.